Welcome, Aquarius. Thank you so much for tuning into your reading for July. So, how you doing? How was the 12th house energy for you guys during this full moon? It's going to take a little bit of time to find its grounding because we're in such an, we're in water season, we're in Cancerian season. So, I feel that certain things and changes, and you might have discovered some new aspect to things. It's nothing new. It's not something like completely out of the blue, something new, someone new, but it might find a new way of showing up. And that by itself could maybe give you a little bit of a shock filter, because Uranus, Venus was in a square with Uranus on July 2nd. That was this weekend. And because you guys are also connected to that planet, I just feel like you're like, huh? Like, what? What? Because you guys are so good at overlooking situations and seeing things that maybe possibly in a certain way come in or not. You kind of been, you have such a quick working mind that any scenario that might take place, it doesn't really have a big shock filter or surprise filter, even though it may emotionally affects you and emotionally brings about some, uprooted energies. But mentally, you're not that quickly surprised or shocked, But this one was a moment. Like, that still might take place. But that's what I'm sensing. Like, when I tune in, I'm like, huh? What? The fuck? Really? Huh? Really? Like that, So, I'm going to try and let that go because that one keeps coming up. So, let's see. Aquarius. Let's see. 4 of Wands. Okay, now that's an energy to start off with. This is the time and season of the year, but definitely when it comes to just overall the season we're in of change, and the North nodes are shifting this month, and it just brings about an ability for things to get better. This is how I need to put it. It's what I'm feeling. It's like, yeah, change, yeah, difference, yes, shifting, yes, but it gets better. It's a change for the better, Aquarius. So the 4 of Wands energy is harmony, balance, healing, things bearing fruit. So when you invest time and energy in the first, the first Wands, it's like you have a idea, or you have a wish, and then you, with the 2 of Wands, you kind of sort of find a way of like, okay, let's look at the options, how can we make this happen? And then with the 3 of Wands, you kind of start to see slightly a little bit of progress and results coming in. And then with the 4 of Wands, it's actually like, okay, now it's really happening, like it's really here, like I really actually can, for example, pay my rent with what I've been doing, it's like it's starting to become real. And there's this moment of pause. Like, you have the cardinal moon, which is beautiful because we just had this cardinal moon, and we have another cardinal moon coming up because, it's Cancer season, cardinal moons. And Capricorn's cardinal. So that was a full moon in a cardinal sign. And then we have on July the 17th, we have a cardinal moon. And the cardinal is all about, let's, make a step ahead. Let's try something different. Let's just go with the flow. Like, I feel these feelings. Let's create. I'm inspired. Let's do this. Let's try. So you will notice that cardinal signs have their moments of like, you're like all of a sudden like they're doing something new. You're like, were you already finished with what you started? You're already on a new project again. Like a lot of times, cardinal energy shows up that way. It's okay. Let them create. That's what they're meant to do. Then we need mutable, and we definitely need Aquarius fixed signs energy to be like, okay, let's take this to a next level. But the thing is, what they're saying, like cardinal moon, they say be bold and make the first move. Be bold and make the first move. I don't know, Aquarius, and maybe make a move on someone. but it could also definitely be, you know, something else. Maybe you are meant to be the first to do it. Maybe there's something like, you know what, this is something that, you know, just isn't out there, and I wish there was an app like that out there. I wish there was someone in my community who would like organize this type of parties or whatever. Why not you? Why not you, Aquarius? You know, it's like, be bold, make the first move. Maybe you were always meant to be the first at something, like just pave a way. Like, you guys are the signs of the future. You know, you guys have the ability to, like I said, look beyond, have a different type of way. And then when you free your mind a little bit from all the fears of things that may or may not happen in this future, 555 on the clock. Just saying, that's your number for this month. See 55, 555. It's just a small reminder, hey, go be bold. Go make a move. Go for it. You got this. It should be you. Why not you? That's an energy I'm feeling. For once, with the cardinal moon, 4th house, you know, it's Cancer season. It's the 4th zodiac sign of the circle. So it kind of all just comes about this month for you guys. So for you, you know, the Cancerian energy, and that's for my Aquarius sun and rising energies, like, it's your 6th house is activated. But what I'm feeling overall is that, one sec, because I'm channeling for a little bit. It's like, if you would like to change something in your relationships, this could be friendships, it could be family connections, this could be co-workership, business relating, you know, people that you might work with, partners, this could be romantic relationships, this could be exes, past people. It's like you and those people are surrounding you, or, you know, whatever way, shape or form. If you would like to make progress there, then this is a time where there's really, like, you know, great possibility. Maybe you want to attract different type of people into your life, and that definitely is a time right now in your life where if you invest time and energy there, it will definitely be possible to really make a lot of change there. But, and I say but, what it takes is not grand gestures. What it takes is not love bombing or, you know, overextending yourself, downloading all the apps and just, you know, really make, like I said, that bold move in that area. It's not about that. It's not about the grand thing, scheme of it all. It's about the consistency of, on a daily basis, showing up. And that could be showing up literally just communicating every single day with that person in whatever way, shape or form. But I don't necessarily think it's like that. It's more a consistent energy. Even if it's not completely big and out there, it's at least consistent. It doesn't go all the way up, but it definitely also doesn't go all the way down. It has to find a little bit of a middle ground. And if you're capable of finding a balanced way where you stay, you go a little bit up, a little bit below, but nothing high, low, like that kind of just brings about destruction and distance again. I feel it's about the daily things you do. If it is you want to spend time and energy in yourself on a daily basis, like you do little things to create space for someone in your life or show up differently. It's about the little things you do on a daily basis, and it's about that. It's about the consistency of it all. Then you would definitely be able to greatly benefit from that. So that's something I did want to give you guys as a side note, as also because Venus is going retrograde this month on July 22nd up till September 3rd. So it's very important to understand that might feel a little bit like a stagnant energy because that's in your 7th house for my Aquarius risings there. but it has this 6th house energy around it. So it's like the daily motion, the daily things showing up is more important than actually always giving the most. It's just about being there, showing up, being present. You know, and even if that means that being present for yourself, maybe it's a workout routine that you're doing where you start to feel better and healthier about yourself and your life choices that you're making, and that by itself maybe puts you in a position where you trust yourself to make better decisions in the friendships and things like it. It has a ripple effect, but we don't need to overthink the ripple effect because that's not up to us, right? It's just the little things you do on a daily basis. Okay, that's something that I was getting. So let's just jump into the tarot for you. We just finished this deck. I'm really feeling guided to pick up a different deck for you. Which one should we do? Oh, I'm definitely going to go with this one. Okay, let's see. Okay. July, Aquarius. Gonna get some cards. Oh, this deck feels so much better right now. Because that other deck was a little bit overworked, so needed a break. The Lovers. Okay, come through. Come through. You're in a position also as well in July when you're not afraid. Like it's like something falls away that puts you in a position where you're like, you know what? Didn't do it for the last couple of months because just really felt like afraid of a certain aspect, but that kind of falls away. It almost like another side becomes more dominant and important, so you choose that. So let's just see. Yeah, after a phase and a lot of turmoil, a lot of internal conversations happening, like your mind going back and forward, really feeling hurt on such a level. And mostly because you're feeling unseen, felt misunderstood, and that by itself, you know, it's a collective thing for you guys. Like yeah, there are just not so many people that can really understand the true being and intention of Aquariuses. And then being misunderstood is by itself already one of those wounds. But at the same time, also understanding that there's also one of the reasons why you're not really looking out for that outside emotional validation. But then by itself, that can become a pain point for you. Because just because you're not doing it doesn't mean you can't feel a way about the fact that you can't do it, you know. So there's this deeper understanding of your own needs and your wants, and in a good way being able to not only asking that of people and trying to be out there and fight for what you need. It's more of like, I'm just going to show up as that. And people who respond to similar energy to me, you know, like that, that means those are my people. If somebody's then taking my cup away, it's like I'm showing up with this cup, they take it and they run off, and I'm now here with no cup. It's about the exchange of the cups. It's a 2 of cups, right? It's an equal give and take. It's like I'm giving you my cup, you're giving me yours, and then someone we both have a cup, and you know, we're sharing over here. There we go. Both not empty, both filled up, but yet we are sharing, you know? Giving away and receiving. So that's a new way of sort of approaching it. It's like you're making a conscious decision of like, I'm willing to show up like that again. I'm not going to hold back on that. And the people, I'm not going to fight for them to give it back to me. It's just like whoever just naturally does it, gives back in that way or in their way, and so it's equal, is good. That's on my frequencies, on my alignment, because not giving anything eventually kind of just becomes this stagnant energy, and you still feel neglected in that space. First and foremost, by yourself. So not waiting around for the right person to give something to. It's just giving, and then whoever returns the favor is the person you connect with. Or is the job that you connect with, right? Could be different areas of your life. It's like, I'm just going to show up, and if it just takes, and it's not for me. And then loving yourself enough and understanding your own love well enough and your own needs to be like, no hard feelings. It's okay. You are who you are. I'm accepting who you are. But I also accept that this is my bare minimum and I can't go below that. So moving forward, goodbye. Look who shows up. Oh, Aquarius. Look at you. The star card. With this knight, you see, you're like, I am not hiding no more. I am who I am and I love who I am. And I'm going to prove to myself and the world that if I show up as my authentic sense of self, then I will be loved. And I can be loved fully and wholly by myself and by the people around me. As I am, who I am. But if you don't know who you are because you've kind of been, you know, minimalizing certain things because it's more convenient for other people, and it's like, it's a journey. First, we foremost have to unravel, like, okay, what is learned behavior? Like, what is things that people taught me how to be and how to function in this world? What are things that I developed in order to survive and thrive in situation, or mostly survive, which kept you from thriving? It's like you're looking at it. First, you unravel all of that. And then what comes from that is blunt honesty. Page of Swords is definitely honest. It's not a sword that is out to hurt or to kill people, you know. Kill egos. But it's a sword of truth. It's like, we're not playing out here. We're not going to dance around what we're seeing. But you gotta stay away also a little bit of the things that constantly put you in that position. It's like, there's only so much you can do. It's like when people trigger you in certain ways to by them just living their lives. And it's up to you to say, okay, you know what? Seems to make them happy. In the end of the day, I don't think they're making smart decisions. It's not my way of living. But then again, maybe that's the way they learn their lessons. And they're not hurting necessarily people intentionally on that journey. So I'm going to just move along. It's not for me. Just going to either, you know, especially with the Page of Swords, like unfollow this account or just remove this app. I'm just going to focus my energy elsewhere. Because eventually it's a double-edged sword if you stay there. Not everything is for you, not everyone is for you, and vice versa, and that's okay. That is duality. That's what we need in the world. Beautiful. You have an idea, you have a thing, you have a passion, you have something that's awakening this month. I don't know where it comes from. But it's coming, okay? Like I said, they're wanting you to take a first step, and you're doing it and you're out there. It's because you're freeing yourself. It's like you ended this cycle. Becoming very conscious of the cycle and not trying to run or deny the cycle, because then you have to admit to yourself or admit to other people. It's like, no, it's like that's not worth it anymore. Look at that. 8 of Cups. There she is. Can't escape her. I told you. 4 of Wands. Same card that came out in the other deck. We have arrived and you're letting it go. This is the card that's like, yeah, this is, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're doing it. Knight of Wands, King of Wands. It's like you moving up, leveling up. Understanding the importance of this change. You're not only doing it for yourself. You're not only doing it because out of, you know, the spite of, or because, no, there's so much more meaning to this. It means also that you're freeing yourself. Very powerful reading, Aquarius. Look at that. 8 of Wands. Okay now. And when it comes and when it arrives, it goes very quickly from there on. 8 of Wands, 4 of Wands. 2 of Cups. Okay now. Told ya. Told ya. You have a lot more in your hands, you know, on how you approach things. It's like you give, look at that, and you receive. It's not about, hey, someone's owning up to that they weren't giving to me by themselves without me going out of my way to talk to them, and then maybe I find some healing and you see, and it's no. It's like I'm showing up with this cup, and how you choose to show up back to me tells me everything I need to know. Then I'm not going to go on and on and on and re-showing you the cup and say, what do you see now? What do you feel now? It's like, no. You have a responsibility to yourself and the people around you to have those boundaries set and to understand that you going on and on and on with the people who aren't going to show up similar to you and are going to put you back in this position of feeling neglected and unseen and not appreciated and all of that. That is just pure toxic energy that's going to affect your entire being, and then it has a hold on you once again. So you have a responsibility to yourself first and foremost, out of love for yourself and out of love for the world and people around you, to have these boundaries, healthy boundaries. And then when you give, you get back. You get back a lot. You see? That's what I was talking about earlier. It's like you show up with a cup, someone else show up with a cup. It's like I'll give you yours, you give mine. Like I get yours and you get mine, and it's good. And the energy is flowing. And then we have the 9 of Wands here with the 6. It's like, no. No holding on, no holding back. Open, freely, free. Trust yourself. Trust your own judgment. Give. Do it. It's okay. That's you. It's come natural to you. But understand that the way they receive it shows you exactly what you need to know moving forward. The 10 of Pentacles is here as well. This is where real stuff grows. You give, and what you receive back is endless. So much more than you could even imagine. But not from this energy. Look at the way, look at the difference between these people's energy. I'm going to try and zoom it in. You see her energy? You see her energy? Or their energy? If you could choose, really truly, from a place of your heart, which one would you resonate more with? Who are you? I know that you may feel like you're identifying more with this at the moment, or you have been in your life because of what happened. But truly at heart you are this, and this is what brings you love. This is what brings you happiness. It's not necessarily about needing someone to give your cup to. It's just about that you freely love and you freely give and you don't hold back. But you just simply move forward and away when the situation isn't reciprocating it. And they're understanding when it's time to move on. Not to only walk away from something. No, you're walking towards something. You're doing this for a reason, not to just walk away to feel like shit because you're walking away. And it's like, no, you're walking elsewhere. You know that, hey, this might be a cup here that like I kind of really got attached to be honest. Might be on my mind here and there while I'm on this journey, but I understand that it's time to let go, and eventually I will arrive in such a space and place and balanced way where I'm be like, I haven't found myself thinking about this at all for like 2 months. You know. Consistency is key, Aquarius. Consistency is key. It can be one day in that energy and another day in that, because then you're not truly there yet. You cannot think that you are on this horse. You cannot mentally put yourself here. This is with the heart. So your heart is open or it's not. You know, you might feel or think that your heart is open. I know it's a tough one. You know, I can probably come up with, let's say, 400 more words to explain that to you. But I know on a deeper level, you know that what I'm saying. So let's just keep it there, okay? It says Ace of Thought. This cherub has arrived to congratulate you for your brilliant new idea, which is truly inspired. It's important to communicate clearly and truly with others who are involved in the implementation of this idea. Don't be dissuaded by little challenges along the way. There are merely course of corrections to perfect your plan. Okay? I love that energy. Love especially that it communicate clearly. Be very clear. It's like, no. I am actually giving you this from a purity of my heart. This is my idea. And the thing is as well, so this could also definitely be something with like you want to start something, because that's something that showed up in the beginning, right? It was be bold, make the first move. Why not you, Aquarius, you know? 555 on the clock once again. Right when I saw it. So it could have multiple angles, but even starting a new project or something like that, do it with that. Now you don't have all the answers. No, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you're surrendering to the circumstances. You are on the roll. You are on the move. You're not half on this horse. It's like you're either on it or you're not, you know. So very powerful reading, Aquarius. I hope that this was helpful for some of you guys. I'm just gonna leave it at this because I'm trying to get all the readings out before my birthday this weekend, and I still have a lot to do. Okay, I love you, and I'll be back soon. All right, bye, Aquarius.